Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout London. Well, last time, we got to know the fifth column. Or to be precise, no we didn't. Thanks to, yes, the rather confusing world of alternate timelines. And today, right, just like we got to know the fifth column last episode, now it's time to mosey on down to Richmond and say hello to Camelot. So here we go, starting at Oval, Kennington Park to the south, and a whole bunch of stuff beyond it, though, yeah, based on my previous excursions this far south and other bits of London, sooner or later, we're gonna run out of London, and to, you know, slightly more wild open terrain, etc, etc, so, okay. Mosey onwards, because, yes, there was a rather large facility right on the far side of the park that did look very, very radioactive, so, okay. I've got the hazmat suit these days, and may as well at least check out what this facility is, because, blimey, this building could not be doing more to try and warn me, hey, there's radiation here, be bloody careful. Okay, no way in the front, but, yeah, you can get up to the rooftop, there's a door, but I literally can't interact with it, so, okay, possibly, yes, this location's being reserved for a mission down the line. It's possible we'll be coming back here later, so, okay. Pop your proper armor back on, just drop down to here. Nice convenient cut through if I can just get past this fence, there we go. So, okay. Keep on keeping on. Probably, oh yeah, we're definitely entering, you know, a less built up and more countryside-y bit of London, which is slightly ridiculous. London goes on a lot further than this, but yeah, it appears that when you get too far from the centre, things get a bit more, you know, overgrown and countryside-y. But okay, that doesn't mean there's not friendlies round here. And yeah, by the looks of it, we're just passing by, good, a big old power substation. By the looks of it, yeah. This place is like, you know, a very small town, possibly. Are you guys, like, you know, using this as a farm? Using, like, old waste to grow glowing fungus or something? Well, if they are, they're not willing to talk to me about it. So, okay, just help myself to your junk, your drugs, etc, etc, and, okay, once again, we may be saying hi to you guys later. What I find a bit more interesting, though, is, yeah, very nearby to where I am, there's like a tree symbol, so, okay, there's just a very big tree. And once again, nice and chill, you guys just live in a tree apparently, and are wearing very, very fancy flowing skirts as well, which appear to be freaking out whenever I look at them in the vats, which is delightful. Though it would appear that, yes, they just sleep in, piles of hay. You know what? I'll stick to my existing settlements. Sleeping on hay sounds very bad for the back and shoulders and whatnot. Oh, but this looks more flipping like it. There's a giant dish just to the west of me. So, okay. Keep on keeping on. We got a few bits and pieces dotted about. But yes, it would appear we've now officially, basically left London proper. We've just moved over to... Okay, there's also someone bad over there. Hello over there, random beef eater. No trouble, the ones you guys are a long way from home. You're well outside of London right now, so, okay, I appear to have annoyed just some random cannibals. Honestly, taking out these guys will probably, yes, make me very popular with, you know, the locals up that tree round the corner, though, oh dear, you might be a bit on the nasty side. Right, just get a little bit closer to you, my friend. Yeah, how about just, well, I was about to say a couple of crits. Never mind, one crit does it, which is good, because, yes, didn't actually have another crit, as it turns out. Still, don't get distracted by random cannibals here, because, yeah, that circle means, Pindar, so we're not completely out in the middle of nowhere yet, and, big lake. That concerns me a tiny bit. That's just hooligans, though, that's fine. Right, for basic hooligans, yeah, we can just crack out the old instigating rifle. That should deal with you stupid losers. And yeah, at this range we've got perfectly reasonable accuracy. Nice thing about hooligans, though, is, well, one, they try running towards you, and I've got bloody hell, okay, right, there's that weird flamethrower bug, that's happening again. Okay, Mountbatten, chill out for a second, please, chill out. Let's just, you know, get you in the head, if I could just... Mountbatten, seriously, I can't bloody see what's happening right now. Please stop flamethrowing for just 1 second, because I have no idea what's happening anymore. Right, just take out the locals. So where was that bloody legendary? There was a legendary somewhere around here, and I want to check him before his corpse despawns, but bloody hell, he's hidden somewhere in here. Hang on, that might be him. Instigating shish kebab. You know what? Despite my initial mocking tone, that could be interesting. Right now, yeah, that's in a hands to machete. He's 52 damage, with a bit of poison, a bit of bleeding, etc, etc. With a tiny bit of improvement, and yeah, the fact this thing does double damage against full health enemies. You know what, buddy? You can come with me. So, okay, it would appear that, yes, whatever's going on here, hooligans are guarding this giant dish facility. Shayna Homer Radar. Lovely. So, okay. Who lives here? What are you guys doing? And okay, whoever it was, I think they're dead now, because Arthur Mountbatten is very handily taking care of all of this. Okay. Take out the locals, do what we can, etc, etc. Hello there, buddy. Okay, you're already dead. Lovely. Now, I did see a door just around the corner. Are we cool now? Right, we appear to be cool. But expert, that I can do these days. And bloody hell, I've walked in some trouble. So, okay. Take out, you know, the turrets, etc, etc. Okay, take out all of them. They're just tossing things at me. That's fine. Get over to... Oh, bloody hell, there's a... Right, special radar raiders here. Lardy flippin' da. So, right, you guys all go down. I feel like I may have just, like, snuck in the secret back way or something, because there's a lot of enemies here for some reason. There's also, however, a skull and an arrow. Okay, may have just walked in on something here. I'm not sure. Though, oh dear. Right, so it turns out they were doing, yes, axe throwing, presumably at captives, so... Okay, not nice people that lived here, gotcha! Still, what we do have in one side room is, yes, one terminal I can crack open. And okay, pretty much, yeah, these guys were just keeping an eye on things and reporting them back to GCHQ, Britain's intelligence service, so... Okay, civilian evacuation, coordination with Met Police and London Ambulance. Basically, yeah, these guys were just keeping an eye on Apocalypse Day and trying to coordinate some sort of response. And oh yeah, they definitely knew it was the end of the world. The specific reference to impact zones, radiation, etc, etc. Though cute touch, it sounds like, yeah, the reason London is doing and not so badly is... we know there was definitely one direct hit, because the whole Newham nuke, and that's come up repeatedly. But yeah, London wasn't hit by more, because the RAF had took out other incoming missiles. Finally, all clear issued for Central and West London emergency response teams. Basically, yeah, whoever was working here, they did a good job on Apocalypse Day. Well done, guys. Okay, but back upstairs for a second. Where precisely did, yes, that mysterious hole lead into? Okay, I don't remember this room. Hang about, there's something going on here that can only be accessed via... Right! Glowing wands. That's what you kept inside the mysterious Doomer hole. Gotcha! In fact, by the looks of it, yeah, barricades, rat barrels, etc. They were deliberately growing a glowing one. Put that together with the axes downstairs and... right, we've got a group of raiders here with a bit of a sick sense of humour. Still, bare minimum, that gets us some ammo, and... hilariously, yes, the song Geiger Counter, if that's what I choose to play at any point. So, don't worry about that. No trouble, guys, no trouble. So, yeah, we were definitely dealing with some very messed up raiders here, given I think they were keeping that guy here as a pet. And okay, the front door just brings me out the other side of the building, so... best as I can tell, tragically, there's no way to get up on the dish. Which is a shame, because, you know, when there's a big dish, I do enjoy getting up on top of the big dish. But, mosey back this way, because, yeah. That, like, nature symbol. That was around that big old lake, and, well, I probably shouldn't go and check out the big old lake. It's probably trouble. I can't but be a tiny bit curious, yeah. What's hanging around there? Okay, brackets are mostly chill. But there's a bit of movement going on here, so... Right, one glowing one out on the water. That's fine. Probably can't get to me. Not going to be an issue. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Apparently we're in Wimbledon. Oh, Fallout London, shame on you. We are not in Wimbledon. Sorry, that's Croydon over the road in that direction. And then that's Richmond right there. Poor Southwest London's being crammed together. Dear oh flipping dear. Also, it just struck me that, I should probably get out my very good shotgun because Wimbledon. In a game where, you know, the replacement for the death clause is a womble. And for those of you who don't know, whose lives have sadly never been enlightened by the glory of the wombles, yes, the wombles are in fact underground, overground, wombling free. The wombles of Wimbledon, common are we. Suggesting, you know, if there be one place we were going to find a large number of wombles, it would be somewhere round here. So, okay. Push us southwards, so we're now probably officially in a Wimbledon Common. I'm seeing what's presumably, yeah, the Wimbledon Pindar who's detecting me. Just a radstag though, that's fine. Yeah. It would, however, be downright bloody weird. By the way, kinda need the meat out of your body, so I'll be having that as we, go past, by the way. Okay. There's got to be a womble round here. It would be downright bloody weird if there wasn't, in fact. Still, keep on keeping on. There's a few buildings of a note, apparently. So, right, what are we looking at here? Ah, the tennis courts, obviously. Okay. Mosey inside. This would presumably be, you know, Wimbledon in the sense of the tennis tournament. Gotcha, including... Okay. Withered. Slightly nasty ghouls, potentially. Just, you know, make sure we're ready for trouble. Take them out. Normally, yeah, ghouls aren't so bad. But a big open area, when they might be able to easily swarm me, that's not ideal. And, yep, this is definitely Wimbledon as in, you know, the tennis tournament Wimbledon. Gotcha. Still, bare minimum. I think we might have just stumbled across, yeah, some sort of flipping settlement we could set up here. Just take out the local ghouls and whatnot, though. Okay, well, you just snuck up on me. Right, you take care of that one. I think I might need to deal with, this. Okay, we missed you. Don't miss you. Okay, you're, like, not dead yet, which could be a bit of a problem. And okay, would you mind dealing with just one of them? Either one will do. Flipping at Mountbatten, okay? I can't deal with everything. So, okay, by the looks of it, yeah, this space is a larger indoor area and a second big indoor floor on top. So, right, if you want, you know, a bit more of a covered base, this might be a good place to set up shop. Lovely. Oh, and it's not just in here either. Right, this is a bloody huge base, just like a flipping Covent Garden. Oh, bloody hell, hang on. Sorry. I kind of thought we were done because you let me build the cocky base, but, okay, the flipping ghouls, as it turns out, weren't dead yet. Sorry, don't get too excited by my new Wimbledon tennis court base, because apparently, yes, the locals are still angry at me. But oh yeah, this base is a bloody huge as it turns out. Blimey. Okay, don't get distracted, John. There's still, yes, a Pindar over in that direction. We've got to go visit a Wimbledon Pindar. And by the looks of it, yeah. There's some sort of a bunker or something right next door to the tennis McGibble. Oh, quite an exciting one, potentially. The hidden bunker and... oh, game. You can't hide that from me. Okay, so speaking of Pindars, we've kind of just, you know, found another one, though. Okay, is this going to be one of those scenarios? Oh, dear. So as it turns out, yes. This place is very locked down, potentially. Okay, we may need to come back later, though. Don't waste the good ammo on flipping ladybirds. 9mm will do just a fine, thank you. So, okay, in the area I can access, not really too much of a sign as to what was going on here. Just a couple of officers, a bit of a sign of, yeah, maybe a medical center. I definitely heard a robot inside there. But without, yeah, master hacking, nothing I could do, so, okay. A mystery for another day, perhaps. But yeah, there's definitely robots guarding the mysterious Wimbledon bunker. So right, back of the way we came, pass through Wimbledon as in tennis Wimbledon. And there was definitely, somewhere around here, a circle indicating a Pindar. Hang on, just need to get a bit closer to it. It should, there we go. Pretty much, yeah, due northwest. Right, keep on keeping on, and we're back into, yeah, a fairly built-up area by the looks of it. So, okay. Just keep on moseying in this direction. That'll be, yes, a Camelot. I've seen that symbol before. So, okay. Before we go there, yeah. So we should be very nearby to the Wimbledon Pindar. No, actually, the Wandsworth Pindar officially, and... is that you that's almost detecting me, Mountbatten? No, there's definitely something else here. And whatever it is, it was kind of below me for a second, so hang on. Is there like a cave system I need to mosey on down to get inside this Pindar? Because... yeah. Where's the entrance precisely? Here we go. This might be good. Never mind, it's completely not. Okay, we need to figure out how to get inside that Pindar. Here we go, a loop around a bit. There's... okay, I thought there might be... I was about to say a womble. But no! A stunted radger! Like a rad badger and... okay, if your country doesn't have badgers, consider yourselves lucky. Like, they're beautiful creatures, but they are bastards as well. Vicious, vicious bastards. So, okay. That was a basic stunted one. If there's nastier ones up ahead... okay, I could be in a spot of trouble, actually. And okay, bare minimum, giant piles of good stuff here, which is great, but...
I've been alive long enough to
okay, seriously, where is the bloody, you know, Pindar? Because I thought I'd found the entrance. But as it turns out... hang on! Oh, it's right here! I walked straight past it, it was in the tunnel. So, right! You guys had yourselves well hidden away, didn't ya? I'm deeply suspicious of, yes, the thing blowing in air. And I know a bunker would need to blow in air. But, you know, that thing's doing it a bit too performatively. Like it's blowing in something as part of a vault experiment, something like that. And yeah, we know these things work at this point, which is... step 1, find, you know, the basic day-to-day stuff. Step 2, figure out what the monstrous experiment is, find the secret room, etc., etc. For the time being, right, just a handful of ghouls, nothing too dangerous so far. Suspicious thing number 2, though, to date, I've not encountered any rads whatsoever. So in which case, what turned all of you guys into literal radioactive monsters? Because, yeah, by the looks of the dormitory here, there's a fairly large contingent of people just living here. So what happened to all of you? Okay, I think I've explored the whole area and, on this occasion, yeah, I think I may be overthinking things a bit because in a nice, you know, medical room at the back here, there's Radaway, there's Radex, etc., etc. I mean, we did literally just see, moments ago, at that satellite thing, yeah, Newham was the only nuke strike in London. Most of London was pretty much fine. This could have been a treatment facility, because there is a huge amount of, yeah, chemistry workstations, various scientific equipment. This may have been, you know, a base designed to try and treat people exposed to radiation in and around Newham. Unfortunately, yes, instead they all turned into zombies, so, right, no sinister backstory here as far as I can tell, just, you know, the tragedy of radiation, etc., etc. Back outside, a bright new day, I'd say yes. It's time to go say hello to our good friends in Camelot. Oh, speak of the devil, here's one right now, though, yeah, do remember, technically, I've not actually been invited, like, at all. I'm just showing up because I'm curious as to what's going on, though it's very likely they'll know who I am. For the simple reason, yeah, I bombed their tournament. But I suspect they're not going to be mad about that, even though I did. Oh, hang on. Now I think about it. I did blow up several of them, didn't I? Okay, that's a mark against me. But, like, in my favour, I'm pretty sure they were planning to blow up Smythe too. Because, what's-her-face, she had a bomb in her locker. I just kind of beat them to the punch. And here we go. This, I assume, is Camelot's front door. Now, give ya, it's pretty bloody well defended. Massive walls, the turrets, etc, etc. So, okay. Now, by any chance is that... No. I was about to say, is that the woman I met in the tournament? But alright, it's flipping Lancelot.
Hail, fellow. My respects to you. Your exploits are known here. Have you come to join us?
And there we go. As I was expecting, they know about me, and... when you say that, yes. That suggests you know about the bombing. The bombing which, as I just said, kind of caught up several of your people at the same time, so... are you okay with that?
Westminster's usually closed to us commoners. Parliament even more so. But you got those signatures and beat the gentry at their own game. All within their sodding laws. In a fair world, they'd let you in. Instead, they chucked you in the nick. Typical, innit? When you escaped, it's only natural fate led you here.
Okay, he doesn't appear to know about the bombing. Even though the fifth column did, so maybe don't mention this to them. As I say, I did blow up a fair few of their people, so... before I join, I'd like to know, you know, something about you, the organisation, etc, etc.
This land is Albion. You stand before Camelot, the last stronghold against gentry tyranny.
And okay, that opens up a new option. What about the fifth column, my friends?
The fifth column? They won't destroy what the gentry stands for, only replace them.
Okay, so as far as he's concerned, that's not going to be a clean break at all. They see themselves, as you know, completely burning down the gentry and setting up something new. So okay, I'm going to play along, that's fine. Let me in and we'll see what you've got to say.
Usually I send recruits to Merlin, but you'd be wasted as a levy. Go find Arthur. He'll know what to do with you.
So alright, I am officially let inside. Beautiful. And okay, I can't deny, I rather like your big open marketplace with, you know, knights and bows and arrows and flags, etc, etc. Oh, they've even got armoured horses. Okay, that's a point in your favour. Though I would love to see someone ride this armoured horse. We probably won't because, yes, I feel like, you know, vehicles, which is functionally what a horse is, that might be a little bit beyond Fallout 4. Then again, you could ride horses in Skyrim. That's, you know, Bethesda's engine too, so maybe I'm underestimating Fallout London. Right, let's mosey in, chat to Arthur, because I'm pretty sure I did see on, like, a loading screen at some point. There was mention of a Welsh trader who, like, you know, embraced the myth of Camelot in order to set up this faction, though, yeah. Was that, like, recent? Is that who Arthur's gonna be? Or was that long ago, like, say, the original Maxon, who founded the Brotherhood, and now the myth has kind of taken over? Well, time to find out, I suppose, though, okay. The fact you've set up a bat signal. That is a point in your favour as well, guys, I will freely admit. Oh, and I think, yes, quite possibly, Arthur's addressing the troops right now.
Stop this madness at once! Is there not a grain of sense between you?
If the old man wants to fight, let him.
By all means, fight. Such is the custom of Dueler's Ditch, but not to the death. Do not spill the blood of your compatriots.
Compatriots? Do compatriots break honest agreements out of spite? Do they lie and cheat? The Baileys are nothing but crooks.
My family followed that ridiculous agreement to the letter.
This matter was resolved. The Round Table decreed half the forest to be preserved. What happened?
Charred, burned to the ground.
And was this your family's doing, Thomas?
Of course not. The old man's deranged. What good is a charred forest to us? We're carpenters.
The Radstags have fled for the hills. The land is useless to us now. Your half-wit of a father thought we'd sell it to you.
Don't speak about my father. You have no idea.
One of you, John, call this off. No one will think any less of you.
They've gone too far this time, Arthur.
Thomas?
I need to defend my family's honor. I won't take these accusations sitting down.
Very well. Commence.
What?
Okay, well obviously I'm cheering on John. By the sounds of it, yes. Quite possibly, this affects that family I passed by earlier, because they were the Baileys, and there were trees nearby and whatnot, though you guys can, like, you know, actually kill each other at any point, or... I mean, Thomas Bailey's definitely losing health, at a fairly high rate as it turns out, so, yeah, may as well just wait to see if this actually ends badly, and oh dear. It's not going well for Thomas Bailey at all. He's not very good at fighting, as it turns out. And, oh, blimey, his head just fell off. Right, that was bloody violent.
Will you not cheer the victor?
He was a young man, John. This feud has gone on too long. I shall send someone to investigate the matter. It will be resolved.
He agreed. Such is our way.
Okay, well on the plus side, John won, and congratulations, John. But right, I'm guessing my first mission is to investigate whatever just took place here. Right, so hello Arthur, lovely to meet you. Now, by any chance you like, you know, a Welsh trader? Because you don't sound very Welsh, but maybe like, you know, you've just not got a very pronounced accent.
Some will judge me for what has happened here today. They'll claim that because I could have stopped it, I should have. What do you think?
Well, by the sounds of it, yes. Your society's just got this ditch where people are allowed to beat the hell out of each other. So, you know what? If they agreed to duel to the death and they knew the stakes, everyone went into it with their eyes open. That seems fair.
Yes, I had similar thoughts. Freedom of choice is important to many of my people. I have to refrain from exercising power whenever possible, even if I want to. I have only the authority my people have given me. They trust in the end, when Westminster falls, a democracy will take its place. Everything I do must be towards that goal. Any unnecessary use of power will break their trust, and trust is keeping this movement together, not strength. Anyway, don't get the wrong idea. Our tourney grounds across the field are oft used for friendly bouts. Speak to Galahad if you're interested. Is there something you wish to discuss?
And okay, that'd be why you guys are opposed to the fifth column. Right now you see Angel and the Gentry in control, and if the fifth column move in, it'll just be the fifth column in control. But you guys actually possibly mean it about, you know, hands-off leadership, democracy, etc., etc. Though, before we get to that, yes, let's see how many questions you're willing to answer, my friends.
Direct them to Percival. He enjoys bombarding newcomers with the riveting tales of Camelot and our history, as if it was already enshrined in legend. Anything else?
Okay, you're a bit busy, but it sounds like somewhere there is someone who will answer questions. Brilliant, so go on then, buddy. I would love to join.
Good. You could be the missing piece. I'm relieved Lancelot sent you to me. Merlin would have you running the beep test. Our contact in Westminster told us of your story. You are no doubt someone who can perform beyond rank-and-file duties. I had some things I wanted to ask you if we ever crossed paths, but now isn't the time. There's a more pressing matter at hand. This feud between the Fletchers and the Baileys, it started as bickering, but now there's blood involved. I fear it will escalate further until one of them is driven from the land. This is not what anyone wants. To lose either family is to lose the food on our tables or the tables themselves. Hunters and woodcutters are the basis of any decent civilization. On top of that, if we're ever going to finish Merlin's trebuchet, we need supplies and aid from both families. So, I need a trustworthy outsider to investigate. In short, I need you. Consider it your initiation.
Okay, so not only do you have horses, which I'm still hopeful someone might be able to ride at some point, you're building a trebuchet. Oh, I love a good trebuchet. Right, you're earning brownie points in a hurry, Arthur. And go on then, are you willing to tell me anything about this land dispute, as in, like, your opinion of it?
Well, to be entirely truthful, I think it's unnecessary. The Baileys easily could have expanded their yard in a different direction, or made do with what they had. Same for the Fletchers. That land may have been their most bountiful, but they have acres of Camelot territory to hunt in. I suspect pride is mixed up in this somewhere, on both sides.
And yes, indeed, this is definitely those two families I passed by earlier. And okay, do you have an opinion as to who started this mysterious fire?
I have no reason to suspect either family. They both accuse each other of the same crime, and I don't wish to inflict bias on your judgment.
You know what? I like Arthur. That's a very diplomatic answer, my friends.
Start by questioning the leaders, Edward Fletcher and Harold Bailey. Get both sides of the story. Then investigate the scene of the fire. See what you can find. Lancelot ordered patrols to keep an eye on the area and warned everyone to stay clear, so nothing should be tampered with. Once you've brought evidence of the truth, I can bring you into the fold. For now, I'll let Lancelot know you can come and go to the castle as you please. Good luck.
Okay, so this sounds like a proper flipping investigation we need to do. Okay, well luckily I already know precisely where you guys are, so step one, let's just get his version of events.
Listening to the radio. I always tune into Nigel's show in the evenings. I'd almost drifted off in my chair when the smoke got me up. I thought the whole forest was going to burn down. We managed to stop the spread with the water from the pond.
Okay, and presumably, yeah, the rest of his family would be able to verify that, and how do you feel about, the Fletchers in general?
They were nice enough at first. We even helped build that treehouse of theirs, but they quickly revealed their true colors. That land is rightfully ours. It's on our side of the walkway. Stopping our field at some arbitrary line is ridiculous. They have the entire woods to hunt in. Do you know how much additional manpower it takes to haul wood long distance? I used to think they were just stubborn. Now I know it's something more malicious. After what they did to my son, I'll never forgive them.
Okay, by the sounds of it, Camelot said, hey, land gets divided in two, but this guy decided that wasn't a good way of making the division. He wanted this land because it was near to them, and hauling wood is difficult, meanwhile their hunters hauling, carcasses. Probably also difficult, to be honest, but maybe less difficult than wood. I'm going to assume you're going to accuse them of starting the fire.
The Fletchers. I don't have any evidence, but I know it was them. That may not be good enough for the Round Table, but it's good enough for me. They're criminals.
Okay, your story is a bit light on detail, I'll admit. And I'm pretty sure I just saw in the background... yes, you were just staggering around, my friend, so are you okay?
I had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade.
Okay, bare minimum, he wasn't attacked by the Fletchers.
Not sure who done it myself. All I know is that my brother shouldn't have died over some poxy forest.
Okay, sorry, it wasn't you the dad was mentioning. Someone else died, apparently. Okay, let's just check in with everybody else.
I saw two people out there that night, shortly before the fire. Didn't get a good look at them, though. My eyes aren't what they once were.
And right, everybody might have something to add to the picture. Two people out there and... okay, by any chance, are we heading into some very silly post-apocalypse Romeo and Juliet scenario where actually a Bailey and a Fletcher were sneaking off to smooch each other or something? Okay, no one else willing to talk or say much of note to me, so in which case, right. Mosey over the road to the big old treehouse. Let's see what these guys have got to say. Also, I just realised, John, the son who died, it was the guy who was decapitated in front of you a few minutes ago. I forgot about him, so I should not be running this investigation. And okay, Edward, let's get your take on the fire, starting once again with your version of events.
I was preparing dinner for my family. I do terrific venison stew. Here, have a can.
Okay, that's possibly bribing an investigator right there, but... yeah, how do you feel about the Baileys?
Well, I'm certainly not shy about making their involvement in the fire known. I think they're good people at heart. They're just stubborn. They know that land is ours. We moved into the area and claimed it weeks before they even arrived. And they think just because they helped build this place that we owed them. They received banquets of food in return. More than fair. This was the early days of Camelot, nearly 8 years ago. They could have starved without our generosity.
Okay, this feels like a feud that's going back a lot further than just at this particular fire. And how do you respond to, yes, the accusation it was you that did it?
The Baileys are the type to deny reality when it suits them. Of course we didn't burn down our own land. We're simple folk. We don't like trouble.
Okay. So nothing particularly concrete here. We need to go and, yes, check out the site where it happens. So, okay, begin inspecting things. This is where the fire spread over to the Bailey's land. Now that implies, yes, it was started on the Fletcher side, then spread onto the Bailey side. But more of interest, dried blood. Someone or something was injured out here. So, okay, just got to find and follow the blood trail. Lovely. Keep on keeping on, though. Okay. A med kit. Must have been a person that was... a person that was injured while here in the contested area. And someone was injured back at the Bailey camp. The young lad, Ryan. Though, also there's a child here. Hello, do you want to, confess to something by any chance?
Hello, sir. Name's Timothy. Or Timmy, for short. Saw the fire with me own eyes, I did. Thought the old forest was a goner till it started chucking down. Could be I can help with your investigation. Always fancied a career in sleuthing.
I appreciate your pronunciation of sleuthing there, Timmy. Welcome aboard as my new detective assistant. So, okay. How precisely can you help me?
Well, since I don't fancy digging round in the mud for clues, I can do you one better. I saw a bloke light the fire that night. I didn't see his mug. I was watching from the lumberyard, but he was suited up like a Camelot knight. He ran off to the old shack over there. I didn't follow him or nothing. I'm not supposed to go out on my own. So, did I crack the case or what?
Okay. So when you say bloke, yeah, you don't know a who, but by the sounds of it, yeah, from the profile, you know it was a man. Okay, and when you say the shack, is that what the quest marker's pointing me at? Because it's got a bit dark and I really cannot bloody see. Yes, this is the shack right by the Wimbledon Common. So, okay. Crack you open, have a bit of a poke around. One broken lantern, a partially shattered lantern, could be the source of the fire. Okay, though on top of that, a highly incriminating letter. John Fletcher, I have a cunning plan to get one over on the Baileys. At night, start a fire in the forest. They can't expand their lumberyard. Your brother, Edward Fletcher. Okay, never mind, it wasn't Ryan Bailey. This seems, actually, honestly, a bit suspiciously too flipping incriminating. I'm suspicious this may have been planted or forged or something. Okay, I'm taking this letter straight to Edward to see how he responds to it.
What? Let me see that. Well, this certainly isn't my handwriting. Looks like it were written by a child. And why would I address my brother by his full name? And most importantly of all, why would I have him burn down my own land? To get one over on them? That's ridiculous. Us Fletchers don't act in pettiness. Tricked by the Baileys, no doubt. I trust you to see the truth of this letter and dismiss it in your inquiries.
It certainly does seem extraordinarily suspicious, yes. Now, I may be getting a bit too much into conspiracy territory here, but yeah. If it was Ryan that did it, possibly Timmy wrote that letter in an attempt to cover for him. Ryan and Timmy, in fact, might be the two individuals that the old guy Frank saw in the forest on that night. And here we go. We could go back to Ryan and push him a bit more firmly.
He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade.
I feel like actually, no. That wound was not caused by being, crushed by a tree. Something a shot was involved.
Oh shit. It's not what it looks like. At least, it didn't happen the way you think. Please, just let me explain. It was an accident. Me and Timmy were sneaking off to the tavern that night. We wanted to surprise Thomas. One of those bleeding radstags came out of nowhere and ran right into my leg. I didn't even notice I dropped the lantern. We ran off, and Timothy went to get me some bandages. By the time he came back, the fire started.
At which point you created this ridiculous fake confession. Gotcha. In which case, yes, when did you decide to frame the Fletchers?
I don't know. I told him not to. We knew this fire would be bad for the family, me especially. I guess he wanted to protect me. Probably afraid of losing another brother.
Okay, now this story I believe, it was all a flipping accident. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've got all the information we need. Arthur, I've got a pretty bloody solid answer for ya. And okay, for now all I could say is Fletcher's or Bailey's, but I'm hoping there'll be a follow-up where I can add the mitigating circumstances that it was an accident.
As I unfortunately suspected. The evidence?
Okay, injury consistent with the one sustained by the perpetrator. No, let's say Ryan confessed, but it was an accident. No one else knows it was them.
Those poor boys. The guilt they must be feeling over their brother. Terrible. I'll have a talk with them. Consider the matter dealt with. I know Edward Fletcher. He's not one to demand sanctions over the mistakes of two boys. And Harold? Well, I'll talk with him too. I asked for the truth and you gave it to me. Now I must act on it. I shall be glad to settle this dispute amicably. Thank you. You've done well, and proven yourself worthy of Camelot. From this day forth, this land is your land. You shall defend it as your own. I bestow upon you the rank of sergeant. May you serve it well. Now, I had questions if we ever cross paths. Questions about our new head of the civil service, Smythe. Guinevere, our agent in Westminster, has been looking into them for years, but they remain elusive. Who are they?
Okay, I'm like 99% sure I'm a clone of her, but like, officially I can't prove it yet, so I can't say that. Anyway, clone soldiers, scientists, gentry, etc, etc.
I see. That's some alarming intel. How did you come by it?
I have ransacked a lot of their cocky bases, actually. And yes, the whole VAT thing as well.
Rough. I imagine that trail led you to Westminster. But who let you in? Few have the privilege to come and go.
Well, weirdly, that was actually Smythe. And yes, there was like the implication they wanted to meet face to face, then when I showed up, they locked me in prison, so there are still a few mysteries to solve, I'll admit.
Curious. I assume that meeting never happened, judging by your prompt incarceration. After you escaped, Tristan and Iseult met you at the tournament. It seems you were more than just an observer. They said you were looking for explosives, so I must assume you were behind the explosion. Why exactly?
Oh, they know about the bomb thing. I'm really sorry about that, okay? I was just trying to kill Smythe, I promise.
So you wanted to kill Smythe, but ended up causing the tragedy that gave them more power. I'd wager Mr. X was more fond of Smythe than he let on. But that's in the past. No point dwelling on it. I expect this Smythe character will take a role in things to come. We must be ready to face all the gentry can throw at us. They're with Smythe now. That gets me onto your next assignment. I want to strike a blow against the Tommies, but I don't want to take military action. At least not yet. Percival is looking into something that you can help with. Speak to him. Good luck, Sergeant.
So, okay, we've officially completed the investigation, and now it's time to move on to, yes, a strike against the Tommies, but not a straight-up violent one. Something else, apparently. So, okay, I can't deny, I'm rather enjoying Camelot so far. That was a fun mission, with lots of, proper investigation and deduction and whatnot. So I tell you what, we did do 2 missions for the 5th column. We've only done 1 for Camelot. So next time, we're going to do a tiny bit more of a Camelot yet. Because 1, it's only fair. We should do as many missions for Camelot as we did for the 5th column. But 2, okay, I can't deny. Originally, I was definitely feeling like I was going to be on Team Angel. Because doing a monstrous science, that's hilarious. But then again, horses, bows, trebuchets, investigations, etc., etc. I could be very tempted by Camelot too. So, right, the question of which ending we're going for is still very, very much up in the air, ladies and gentlemen. So join me next week, and yes, we'll dive a bit deeper into Camelot and see if maybe this is the way I ultimately want to go. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Fallout London. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.